Hello and welcome to my channel, Kiki Chronicles Spiritual Empress. I am her and she is me. My segments are called KeyKey's Thoughts. And before I get into my thought, I ask the Most High, the Holy Spirit, the angels, and the ancestors in the universe under the sound of my voice to bless me as well as the collective. For each one, teach one. If the message doesn't resonate, pass it to who it may belong to. If you can relate, you can relate. If you can't, hey, it is what it is. Okay? My thought is this, y'all. I'm gonna just say this because this is how I'm feeling. This is coming from me, okay? And I'm gonna share my thoughts about how I'm feeling with you guys collective. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you can't. Maybe you understand. Maybe you won't. Maybe you learn something. Maybe you won't. Okay? My thing at this point in my life, collective, um, realizing the whole why I've been chosen for a purpose and a reason and all the hell that I've been through. And the fact that I've been hurt by the people that were supposed to care, love me, protect me. They did no such thing. They didn't protect me. They used me. They humiliated me. They embarrassed me. They oppressed me. They dogged me. They mistreated me. They mishandled me. You understand? When I needed them the most, they ignored me. You understand? And and for all the people who had did this to me, I have been there for them in one way or another. Now, I'm not saying I was perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the things that these people have done to me, I would not ever do to them, and they know it. And the reason why half of the time I didn't beat the shit out of them or retaliate, because I knew God would take vengeance when the time was right. And I always known that the way I was being mishandled and treated, and being a scapegoat for people, I guess labeled as a black sheep, whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. I knew I was different, and I'm thankful to God for setting me apart. And they knew I was different as well. I mean, because I was just bold, and I'm still bold and courageous, and I did things that people wouldn't think I'm doing. I have got through things that these people mentally, compassionately, my mind, how it worked, they wouldn't survive it. I was honest about a lot of things I was going through with people who I thought I could trust. And all they did was spread rumors, gossip, and took everything that I said, whether it was true or false, and spread it around. And what I'm realizing is that what they were supposed to do. God was revealing all these narcissistic energies, these jealous and envious people that were surrounding me, trying to dim my light the whole while. Now, I ain't saying, again, that I was perfect or innocent in some situations because I'm going to defend me. And sometimes I let people get away with doing certain things because the truth is I always like a child. I want to see them in all shades of gray and all lights of day in all different states and see who these people really are. And I knew who they are. They just never got to know me ever. But the one person that loved me the best, who knew me and saw me, was a couple of people that knew me. God knows who they are, and I know who they are. And they always with me, and they guide me, they help me, and they go before me and handle shit that I'm just don't have to put my hands on. And I thank my ancestors for that. Okay? And I give them glory and thanks, right along with God, my spirit team, my soul tribe. And I always been okay with being alone. I didn't feel like after a while that them different phases, the people please, all the phases that I went through that you go through, okay? And realized I was around a whole bunch of leeches and energy vampires, witches, warlocks, all these things that I knew were to be true. I discovered me in the process. Whether it was addictive state, I kept my mind steadfast on God. Whatever it is I was going through, I kept my mind on God. I called out to Him, and then when it got to the point till these last couple of years when I was ready, He had prepared me all these years for these wars and these battles, and especially spiritual attacks. And He started calling me, and then it took me years to balance the light and dark and become an empress. And I'm thankful because the way I talk is different, the way I speak is different, but I always knew was within me. I knew I was a prayer warrior. I knew God had to have a purpose for my life. This wasn't it. They couldn't have it. And I noticed people wanted to say what I say, do what I do, look like me, be like me, and they were cloaking themselves in my energy, my love, and my light. They kept trying to dim. I found myself mimicking these people, the dark side of them, mirror, reflecting. I'm the mirror to who they truly are. But they couldn't see themselves. And if they saw themselves, they didn't like it. And I always knew that I was strong as fuck because it always took more than one person to gather up and do something to me. Always. It never was one person by themselves trying to attack me, whether at no level. It always had to be more than one. Like they needed backup. And I could have really like unleashed what I was feeling in the inside, all the hurt I was carrying and bitterness. I chose not to do that. Mm-mm. Sometimes I chose not to say nothing. Sometimes I chose not to do nothing. But I was always in a mood. I wish a bitch or a motherfucker really would try me like that. You know, I fought. I did all the things. I did the abusive religion, all that shit. Because what I was going through and how I felt. And I apologized to myself, and I had to repent for that alone. That didn't make what I did right. But it seemed like I was always being put in a position to have to defend me. And now it's like, I don't have to defend me no more. Who I am, who I am is who God called me to be. Empress, Kiki, that's me. Spiritual gifted, chosen child of God, a divine feminine. Now, at this present time, I may be in my Queen of Swords energy mixed with Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles, okay? As well as all the other kings, the opposite too. And I decided to cleanse, ground, stay celibate, single, all these things because I always had people latching on to me. It was never the other way around. And I knew it was a whole bunch of spell work being done on me because I can tell how my energy was shifting when I walk in different dealing with certain people. So being a free spirited person, honestly, y'all, sex was just something to do at times. I don't know if it's not a sex addict thing with me. I'm very selective and choosy who I lay down with. Now y'all hearing that out of my mouth. I was. So I wasn't really just tripping on that. So at this age and getting to where I've come from, being homeless and things like that, and all the stuff that I'm finding out as I go along on God's time, not mine, it hurted. It broke my heart. I was very brokenhearted. But I'm okay now. And now I'm in I don't give a fuck stage. I'm going to tell the truth, shame the devil, because that's what I actually always done, you know. And I don't trust the people, but the people I trust at this point, y'all. Collective, that's just what it is with me. And again, I am open to love. I forgive everyone who has ever crossed me, hurt me, did anything. But I'm at the point, they got to be aware that I'm at the point where if you fucking try me, I'll break your neck with one of my fucking angel wings. And that's straight up. And you're not invited to come in my space, come around me. Because truth is, I know a lot of them still toxic. They still hateful. They evil. They ain't gonna never stop dibbling and dabbling in the dark arts. They're not gonna come to God. They're gonna keep hiding behind Him. They believe that Satan is powerful than God, so I'm gonna let them have that. They are narcissistic energy vampires. They're Google witches, Timu witches, Amazon witches. You know what I'm saying? Um, they just cause chaos in people's lives, including their own. That's all they do, drama. And then they want to make people their scapegoat and try to sacrifice you. And they always hiding behind evil shit that they do. They don't want to come into the forefront and let you know how evil they are. Because if either you evil like them, either you going to band with them or God going to separate you from them. And they going to see it and they going to know exactly who you are. And then they going to find out that God don't play about you because you don't play about Him. Your relationship with the Most High is really unexplainable. God uses as vessel to speak for each one, teach one, and help to guide. to know that he is love and light. We're fighting against principalities. It is. He's going to give you a vision, visions and provisions, channel messages, divine guidance, decency and order. You're going to learn these things. By any means, being an earth angel, we in damn angels in human form, dealing with real human experiences. So we can talk about them. We can teach them. For, we are evangelists, we are seers, we telepathic. It's so many things that come with being spiritually gifted. It's hard to label them because there's really no label for them. It's just names because you might be all of those in one. And you don't have to be so angry and vile towards people. You can't feed into the negative energy with them. That's what they like. Narcissists and people like they like negative things. So if you giving out a direct message or something and you like this, that, they feed off that little bit of energy of negativity. I mean, by any means, say what you gotta say, because I am respectfully. Because at get to the point where you so unbothered, you don't give a fuck what nobody think, what they're going through, you don't care. They didn't care. And it's not even tit for tat. It's just true. They push you to the point where you don't give a fuck no more. Because they showed you through the years who they truly were. You've been knowing these people and they didn't give a fuck. Because if they gave a fuck, a halfway, they would have told you the truth long time ago. They would have stood up for you. Not when it was convenient for them. Because they knew what was happening as well. And they was planting seeds, word witches. You got to be careful people planting negative seeds in your head because they do that. Let's call it alienation of the karmics because they do that shit. No real friend of any kind will encourage you to do something that'll fuck up your life. If you want to take challenges and risks like I did with certain things, yeah, like being a strip, all that shit, that was just fun for me. But I had scratching children, I didn't give a fuck. It didn't stop me from getting a female or a male if I wanted one. Okay? Still to this day. I'm just choosing because I'm not chasing shit. It's going to be replaced. That's people, places, and anything. I don't care about that. You know? People get mad for the smallest things. They don't have the shit, but they don't want you with it. Instead of them focusing on their own life, they're too busy focusing, trying to tear down everybody else's life. Instead of doing something with their own life, letting God use them. But God tried over and over to use these people. But they chose to serve Lucifer. And now they got to live with that choice. They didn't think about the new paradise. They didn't think about the rebirth. They didn't think about Jesus already defeating the devil. They didn't think about none of these things. And yes, it's going to be good versus evil. Witchcraft is always going to exist. And whether it can be used for good or bad, hey, it's being proven. That's why it becomes dark. These people take everything and make it dark. I don't give a damn what it is. They're not happy for nobody if they can't use you or take it from you. That's why a lot of people going to the federal penitentiary, going to state jail. They going to jail. These people are so greedy. They even made false documents of insurance policies, death certificates, false marriages. These people did the most and thought that God wasn't going to let it all be exposed and revealed. And it wasn't that the fact that they was lying to people because truth is collective. You ain't did nothing to these people just like me personally. I ain't do nothing personal to a lot of people. And whether they fuck with me or not, I don't care. Because not is at the point I won't fuck with them. Yes, because I didn't do nothing to these people. Nothing. I went through shit, they went through shit. The difference is I talk about my shit to you. I'm sharing my story with you guys, my testimony. They know what role they play. Because it's easy for a motherfucking one play the victim after they've been the one trying to terrorize you, drive you crazy, and bring you down in every area of your life so they can build themselves up. And then they want to play victim when you speak up and the truth is being told. The truth will set you free. So it's a liberation time, motherfuckers. What you got to hide? Because, like I said, if you ask people in your life, what did I do to you? Which I don't give a fuck. I ain't somebody's shit. But if you ask the people, what the person did. They can't even fucking make up a valid reason what you actually did to them, but it exists. Tried to help to be them for them and stuck up for yourself and told the truth when they was fucking up. They want you to kiss their ass while they do sneaky fucked up shit, but they wouldn't do it for you. And fuck, let them talk. Because the version of you collective, that version they trying to hold on to and keep her, let them have that bitch. Because that is not her. The you that God has called you to be is unfuckable with. They fuck with you, they might have defined themselves. They already think they're getting karma and legal justice from breaking all these damn universal and spiritual laws that nobody told them about. Abusing their divination and tapping into people's energy without permission. Yes, we read energy. Yes, I read energy. Yes, I know your thoughts. Yes, I can hear you talk to me. Yes, y'all, I can do all these things, but I'm still not going to tap into nobody's energy without their permission. Energy is energy. When you watch me, yeah, we tapping into it, but I'm just not going to read on you like that. I'm not even into, I like my tarot, but I don't know if, honestly, y'all, I'm going to be reading tarot. Something I'll say, it's like God is I'm all over the place with that. Spirit is like, I don't know, because you're doing so many things right now, baby, on this earthly realm. Tarot might be a good one because I read somebody calls to try to read me when they didn't know what the hell they was talking about. I read clean through the story, but no problem left. That's how I don't know. I may start doing tarot. I may not. I don't know. We'll see. But all I know is that I send peace, love, and light to everyone all over the world. I return all evil eye negativity that tries to come through my device back to all the original center, everybody involved. My life is mine. My destiny is mine. My life is in the Lord's hands. And ain't nobody, nothing, nobody gonna make me turn my back on my Heavenly Father. God, He loves me. He has not forsaken me. I had to come clean to Him and confess everything I ever felt. And I did that. Not for nobody else, for me in my relationship with my Heavenly Daddy that I know for sure loves me. That makes sure that I'm provided for, along with everybody else, to make sure I have my team players where they need to be. And more to come. More to come. You know? So I be like telling people, man, y'all, cause I don't that bullshit. I don't need nobody tell me I'm pretty, I'm this and that. Fuck, I heard that already. Like I said, I got space teeth. I always say I look the same from when I was a child till now. I'm just who I am. I like my wigs. I get big, thick, slim, whatever the fuck you want to call me, but I love me every inch of me. Every inch of me. I'm not changing shit. If I want to lose weight, I know what to do. If I want to gain weight, I know what to do. And thick women running my family, so I'm not doing no tripping. Nobody's perfect, and nobody ever will be. I don't give a fuck how much surgeries bitches get, but whatever they do to themselves, baby, natural is the way to go. Wear your wigs by all means, but being natural is a beautiful, wonderful thing. It's a blessed thing. Your beauty comes from the Lord. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and God holds that key. So when you see women and men aging like backwards and stuff like that, that's grace from God. Because that means we don't look like half of the shit we've been through. Because y'all couldn't survive it. And here y'all look like y'all been through Hurricane Katrina, Rita, and whoever else, Simon and whoever else, damn hurricane, and back. And always got y'all mouth speaking on somebody else. But your life falling apart. How the fuck you gonna talk about somebody doing drugs when you sell them and you do them? And you associate with people who in the drug game. So you ain't no better. How you gonna talk about people when you drink all motherfucking day and forgetting who the hell is sleeping in your bed? And you put every aspect of your fucking entire life on social media. And then get mad when somebody has something to say about you and the shit you got going on. Stop it. That's hypocritical, don't you think? Collective, I do. Ain't no sin greater than the next. That's why you repent, ask God for forgiveness. But see, I know for a fact I'm chosen by God and the earth angel. And that don't mean I get away with shit because God is my father. He's gonna chastise me. And you know what? He don't take vengeance on his kids. He chastises his children. And some of the things as I get deep in this channel and I learn more, we're gonna talk about most stuff collective. Because there's a lot of things that I feel that are misleading, that I understand to be just pure D untrue. It's just blasphemous, hypocritical, just diabolical, sinister. And I just want to send again peace, love, and light to all the empresses and the emperors out there. I send my enemies, your enemies, peace, love, and light. And I love you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. I do this because God instructs me to do this. I share because it's my testimony and my story to tell. And nobody can tell it better than me. People might can wear my shoes, wear my clothes, but they can never grasp themselves in my mind frame or my essence or be the earth angel that I always been and I am. Knowing that I'm a part of the 144,000 in the Bible is amazing feeling. I'm not invincible, but I'm strong as hell. And I will trample over these snakes and these scorpions. I will call judgment on situations because I already called it. And if God in the Galactic Federation agree with it, as above, so below, legal justice, common justice is going to rain on your ass. I stand for something because I'll be damned if I fall for any of this bullshit that I've been through. I learned my lessons. I'm done repeating the same old ass cycles. I don't know about y'all, I'm done. These motherfuckers wanted to be me so bad, now they gonna see what it's like. The version of me that they wanted, they got it. They can have her, because they can't fuck with this version of me now. I'm a chosen earth angel with a lot of spiritual gifts. And I'm going to tap all the way in, and I'm going to keep tapping in and tapping in, and I'm tapping in. When I get my divine orders, I'm going to keep doing God's will however he wants me to do it. I'm not worried about nobody watching, hearing me, listening to me, or supporting me. I got the best support team and system in the world. As above, so below. I have the best friends that I can call on and talk to. All right, y'all. To my next video. I am Kiki Chronicles, Spiritual Empress here. Let's get tapped in. I say y'all.